standing up, and I want you to lend me an ear. We are currently on the person who is the founder, the chief facilitator, from 1970. 1989 started this journey. 1998, listen, whenever to address us. And the message is the message you have to take home. Because I told you earlier that message, put it to the bank. Because you have to be safe and the what? Reliable. Chief Engineer Fabian Ozigbo, the chief facilitator of the Gaforo.
Great Gaforo! Great Gaforo! Gaforo! Great! Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the part of history again. In 1997-98, there was a question of who will rule Anambra State. Gaforo rose to the occasion, and Dr. Chunwoke Mbanuji became governor. We coalesced important people in the state, led by then Dr. A.B.C. Ojako, Mike Wakalo, and the rest of them. And that history was made. You may remark that no one idea works all the time, but after a time it repeats itself. Well, some of us are wearing pencil today. Our forefathers wore pencils. Some people are wearing bongo. The same thing happened. Some people are wearing mini today. I was a child when people were dancing with mini skirts. When it is time for God to repeat the 1997-98 actions, we have come to the fold again. That's why we're here. We did a survey in the state, carried out in all the 326 wards of the state. Most of you participated in that survey. 72% agreed that it should go to the south. So what we are telling you is what you have told us to go and tell people. That's why we're here. Equity is the same thing as zoning. Because what is equity? Sharing things properly among equals. But for equity, Anambra not wouldn't have produced a governor. Maybe not at this time. But equity gave them the latitude to get to where we are today. And having done that, it is believed that justice, equity, and fair play demands from what we have got from the field that we should get people from the south to produce a governor. We are not looking at any political party. That's why you have here APC, APGA, SDP. In fact, George, who spoke, is from SDP and PDP. Some people are APC. The person who spoke is from APGA. What we're saying is this. Let us get a governorship candidate of Anambra South extraction. Anambra South. And when we were doing the survey, we had no pre-knowledge that people will agree that it will be Anambra South. But having gone to Anambra South, we started remembering that the first Nigerian whose company was quoted in London Stock Exchange was Salui Ojukwu. He's from the south. The first president of Senate of the First Republic, one for a reason, he's from the south. In the Second Republic, the Speaker of that house is from the south. As I speak to you today, when I go to just one local government area, let me take an example from Ihala. There is a man called Dr. Ojako. Saplet is from there. Saplet oil is quoted in London Exchange. Allen who brought people from South Africa, is from just here. Next oil, Obi Jackson, is just from just one local government area. So the South is loaded. And they cannot give Anambra State a bad product. In fact, let me tell you, every local government area in Anambra State can produce somebody who can rule the country. Country, not the states. Can produce 10 persons who can rule this country. Anambra State is loaded. That no person can ever tell us that you can go to any local government area, you couldn't get about 10 persons who can rule Nigeria, not to talk of the governor. But in talking about the governor, the forum, after adjusting and then analysis, having gone to Anambra State, we gave what we might call criteria for us to get a governor. We said the person must be homegrown. That is, he must know me and you. The time for foreigners is now no more. We don't want that. We don't want a diaspora governor. We want people. We want people. Are you listening? We want people who are from this state. If you say you want to govern us, you must know almost all the roads in Anambra State. Yes, sir. If you say you want to govern us, you must be sure you know at least some markets in Anambra State. You must be sure that you know the areas we call agrarian areas so that you can give them roads to bring out our food. If you want to be governor, you must not be uneducated. Perhaps I want to correct something. There are higher illiterates also. People who are educated but are illiterate. If you're educated without simple native intelligence, cognitive value of where you are coming from, you are not properly educated. We are looking for a candidate who will take the whole state as his own constituency. Anambra State used to be number 1, but that must have been about 9 years ago. Today, I don't know if we are number 1. Second point about the zoning issue is that it eliminates wastage, a lot of money spending. You see these potholes you see on our roads, it is just there. They are just there because the purse of the state is leaking.
Go ahead.
If they didn't pay people after the election, they would have been doing the roads as and at when due. It is not the mistake of the governor, but some people had to be settled because people were contesting from different places. Some people were given 600 million by, I don't know, but a lot of things went under the bridge. And after that, do you like the taxes that you are paying today? You can see a lot of road people on the way. We want to stop that. So, what are we saying? What we're saying is this. Anambra State that used to be number 1 is now almost last. Not because of the present governor, because of the system that doesn't allow proper zoning. We want this zoning to be properly done this time around. We want the South to give us a sound candidate who knows the terrain, who knows what to do. It will not take more than 2 years for Anambra State to be revived if you have the right candidate.
That is correct.
What is the revival we're talking about? Good education, good roads. Anambra State is a small state in terms of road network. Ngige started it. P2B consolidated the roads. I don't know what the situation is today. We need somebody who can give us at least roads, who can maintain the roads. We don't want to renty, we want action. Give us roads, give us water, give us electricity. Eat the rest. Give our people education. You can eat the rest if you want. But look at health also of our people. Anambra man, Anambra woman is not interested in your Turanti or your stories or your excuses. Anambra man is looking for who will make sure his children goes to school, his foods, his products are sold at proper value. He has places to go through his road, the roads in the state. There should be security, not graveyard security. If you give us this, if we're looking for another thing, please call police for us. So I will urge us, this is not a political party. Some people have brought themselves out, paying sacrifices that we should all be here today. Some people who think that what we're doing is good have produced what we are seeing. You have to pay your own sacrifice. I will tell you something. When you do a good thing, nature will pay you back. Jeremiah 17:5 said, it is even an evil thing to depend on man. And I will tell you, this zoning was not started by APGA or any party or anybody. Zoning was started by God. I will tell you how, so that you can tell the story well. When there was to be a contest between SDP and the NRC, people ran for primaries. In NRC, after the division of former Anambra State, Dr. Riobana from Anambra State won NRC nomination. Odunze from Oyi local government won nomination of SDP. From Central, from North. But the big hand disqualified Odunze. The big hand used Humphrey Mosu to disqualify Odunze. Who is the big hand? God. And when he disqualified him, Ezife emerged as the SDP candidate. And two of them ran from the south for the first time in the two-party structure. Two of them from the south. Who started it? God. After two of them did their bit, there was a little bit of military interregnum, and the election came again. Mbadunji from the south won on the side of PDP. And the same big hand made sure that Mbadunji won the election. When he came for the turn of the central, the same big hand resisted Mbadunji returning. Mbadunji was the only person of the PDP that was dropped in that election. Who was doing that? God. The big hand. Ngige became governor. Who was Ngige? To defeat an incumbent governor, a sitting governor in his party. But for the big hand. Who removed Ngige? Peter Obi from Central. After Peter Obi, even when Andy came, it was 17 days, he had to go back. Etiaba came, it was this, he had to go back because God had decided that it was the town of the central zone. When he came for the town of Anambra North, it was God who put it in the heart of Peter, not Peter's decision. If you go and read your Psalms properly, Psalm 33, verse 15, it says, God shapes the heart of a man. And Peter Obi came, did everything to ensure that North gets to power. So who did it? Was it Peter Obi? No. The big, please, can you battle with the Lord?
No.
Who can battle with the Lord? Who can battle with the Lord? Who can battle with the Lord? I say nobody. Nobody can battle with the Lord. The stage is right for the big hand to take the governorship to the south. People will spend their money. People will spend their knowledge. People will spend their authority. But the highest authority will decide. And once that authority decides, every other man, mortal, must follow. So I want to thank you for having patience. We just called 10 persons per local government. That is, we're supposed to be 70 persons here. And 7 in the senatorial zone. 7, and 7 is God's number also. Yes, it's God's number. Yes. So we want to thank you. We want to thank the man who is hosting us, O.C. Lozwe, through Onodugu. Or Onodugu, through O.C. Lozwe. We want to thank all our leaders from the north and all our leaders from the south. Tomorrow, by the grace of Almighty God, we shall be at Central and will address the same issue. So if you are in PDP, if you are in APC, if you are in ABGA, or any other party, or YPP, or whatever, you must tell your people, take this governorship to the south. Any party that makes mistake, I'm sorry to say so, and works against God himself, will lose the election. Because somebody gives power. No human being gives power. And God does not stop on the way when he wants to do something. God will always finish what he wants to do. So that when we now go back to the south, in the next election, people who are not from that zone will not want to contest for election. They will leave it for those who are from that zone, so that people can prepare themselves for election. People can spend less money for election. Then people from that area can organize themselves better than what we have now. What we are trying to do, Gafron is trying to do, is to put sanity into governance, that we may have enough money to do the job. Thank you. That's the message of the forum. We are not a political party. You don't expect much from us. What you expect from us is we are pathfinders. We are telling you the way to follow. Definitely, God, in each meeting we do, must make provision for his own people. I'm sure that God, in his infinite wisdom and mercy, must make sure that those who come here today will not regret going home. But that does not mean we are doing anything more than trying to alleviate you are coming in and going back. So be it in Jesus' mighty name. Amen.